did all that and then decided upon one main goal that seemed achievable and would really help, in our opinion, propel the field forward. It's to create an online directory of training programs, educational resources, and teaching artists that serve disabled practitioners.
The central concern is feasibility and sustainability for the collaboration of the directory. We talked about scheduling a months-long rollout by resource category, so that in terms of feasibility, we might focus on one category at a time in terms of building the directory.
As I create a dance, I throw the movement out there, we see what works and what doesn't work. And that's the way I'm sort of viewing this database, is let's create this dance. But first we've got to get the movement. We've got to decide on the movement vocabulary.
Someone's really close to getting a university to really start a program or something, right? Or it could be anything. Like, and that person is struggling, like they're close to it, they're struggling. How can they draw help from all of us, even though we're far away, to sort of work with them to push that thing forward? Even, I know sometimes everyone's out doing their own thing as well, but you know, can we be available to help someone who needs it?
If there were this sort of disability dance program, what would the curriculum look like? Where would it be? Who would it involve? All of these things. What histories would it engage with? If barriers were not an issue, if resources were not an issue, how would we sort of imagine this future that we've come together to think about?
The Disability Justice Handbook tells us that we must amplify multi-marginalized disabled artists at the intersection. That is something crucial and important as we pave our way into getting more disabled artists out there practicing their artwork.
So I have a disability, but my disability is very different than a lot of the dancers I work with who have intellectual disabilities. And part of what I've learned in the process of trying to establish something in higher education and in dance specifically in higher education that supports those dancers is how little opportunity there is for them in the United States after they complete a program like that.
So under dance studies, there was a suggestion to add socio-political theory because in fact, it's always there, it's just often implicitly created as a hierarchical sort of framework. Professional development, a list of leadership skills, process skills, facilitation skills, and community engagement, perhaps as subcategories.
We're dreaming up a certificate program in medical humanities at my college, which would be definitely interdisciplinary because I think that gets more support at least at community college. But then also the same thing, like I never want to lose the sense of like this beautiful department that I have, and you know, like it's a real home for students. So it's that balance is kind of interesting.
Problems that we have found in regards to private institutions, especially of higher education, are stubborn inaccessibility of online library resources and also physical library resources. So this is thing number one. Make these educational programs more beholden to actually being accessible for disabled people.